Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to the garden. This is going to be kind of a quick one today. I'm going to show you around the hoop house and the backyard and everything and see what's going on. Lots of failures that I don't even really want to talk about, but I guess I'll show you guys since we're all open and honest here. So start with things outside the hoop house. The daffodils are up. A lot of them are getting ready to bloom. Hopefully we'll make a video about daffodils. Tell me what you want to know about the daffodils and I'll do my best to accommodate and kind of just tell you what I've learned and what I've kind of gained over the years of growing them. Anyway, we have most of these are double types, so I'm really excited to see those. Some of the kind of butterfly, peachy, creamy colors, the kind of fancier, more expensive ones I bought last year, so hopefully those will be gorgeous. Also, looking around, my collards are still going strong. I am going to have to take my collards out soon. These are kind of just leftover collards from last fall. They made it through the winter with no problem. I mean, that's a good thing. Also, the tulips. The tulips have finally come up. I am really, really excited. Last year we ordered some of our kind of fancy double varieties of tulips. You guys know the peony flowered double late tulips are my absolute favorite, with a close second followed by parrot tulips. I don't think I bought any parrot tulips this year. Of course, you can look at my other videos to see when I grew the apricot and the salmon parrot tulips few years ago now. I think that was 2 years ago now. Time flies. Anyway, we have some La Belle Epoque in here and some Via Condio, sorry. Some Renowned Unique, Charming Beauty. A lot of really, really pretty ones that I'm really eager for. Hopefully we'll be able to see those. Hopefully nothing will happen. You know, seems like everything's going wrong this year here in the garden. Moving over, we also have our low tunnel for our seeds starting over there. It's doing fine. Things are starting up in there. I'll do an update about that eventually when I get time. Now, going into the hoop house. Now, as you know, we had that problem with mold. I am happy to say that mold issue has been eradicated, but at a very high price. I was finally able to get the mold out of here. Mainly, the big effort there was just to reduce the humidity in the hoop house. This winter has been really, really warm and really, really wet. Like so wet in here. I don't think it's dried out a single time. As you can see, the weather has finally started to warm up quite a bit here, especially at night. So I have the hoop house completely open. I've got the sides clipped up, just clipped to that crossbar there, getting a nice breeze through here, getting lots of air, lots of sunlight, and really just working to dry things out in here while we have the chance. So just in case that fungal issue flares up again, we're going to be proactive and be ready to get rid of it. Now, as you guys already know, I lost a lot of my stock. I've lost all my stock. I ripped all of it out. And before I got all the stock out, though, and controlled everything, it jumped to the sweet peas in the middle. We have no sweet peas. I've ripped all the sweet peas out. They were all covered in mold. And I just had to do it to keep the problem from spreading. I think this year has really been a lesson learned for me because it has been an outlier year that's really warm. And now I know what can happen when things get really, really warm in the hoop house. So now in the future I can be proactive about this and make sure that I am vigilant and watching close and make sure that this does not get out of control. The ranunculus are doing fine. I'm a little worried about them. There is some damage on the ranunculus and there's two possibilities. Last week we had a night that got down to 12 degrees Fahrenheit. Just to give you some perspective, right now it's 75 degrees Fahrenheit. That's just how the weather works here where I live. So this is either a little bit of frost damage on the tips of these leaves just because it got so cold while the plants were so big, because these plants are bigger than normal right now. Or there's a little bit of the botrytis, or I don't know how to say it, going on. And I am monitoring that very, very closely. It doesn't seem to be getting worse. I'm starting to think it's just damage, you know, from environmental factors. I'm watching it very close. Again, I'm drying these out. I'm keeping them as dry as possible. I'm getting the air circulating as much as possible. We also had a little bit of a disaster in the Bells of Ireland. I actually had a tree branch fall on that end of the hoop house, and it completely crushed all the bells of Ireland. And I don't even want to show you guys that right now because it's a mess. I didn't tear the hoop house or anything. I don't even know how it happened, honestly. But that planting is a mess, and I just don't even want to show you guys. I'm sorry. Moving on, the snapdragons are still looking well. I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that the mold stays away from them. I've really, I'm putting all my eggs in one basket on them at this point because I feel so pessimistic about the flowers and the blooms in this hoop house. I know I really have the tendency to be very hard on myself. Even when things are going okay, I will just beat myself up about it like I could have done better. Moving on from there, we have things like the scabiosa. They're still looking pretty good. Hopefully they stay nice and healthy. Again, keeping the circulation going in here, all this good air movement. All of that other stuff, like the freesia, remember the freesia? It's all gone. I tore that all out. It was dead. Apparently, freesia cannot be overwintered here in my zone. I put it in the hoop house to overwinter. We even had a mild winter. It did not work out. I think the only option for me with freesia is to try growing it in the spring. Maybe I'll do that one of these days. Who knows? Also, I wanted to show you guys the anemones. These are the anemone coronaria. They have struggled a little bit. They're in kind of a shadier spot in the hoop house. And even though they've kind of been beaten down by the frost blanket over the winter, they're starting to bloom. They look great. They're starting to bloom. We have our first anemone flowers starting to open up. We have the blue. I think that's the Mr. Fokker variety. And we have this white one, which I'm not sure what variety this is. I'll have to find the plant tags and see what I actually planted. Hopefully we'll be able to pick some anemone flowers soon and put them in a vase. I am so excited about this. Not even kidding, so excited. I know that this was a short video, but that's really about it. There's not much growing, but at the same time there is. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention my Love in a Mist Nigella. We did have a little bit of mold get into the Love in a Mist Nigella plants. I think I was able to control that fast enough. There are a few of those plants that have just a little bit of damage on them, but I think I was able to take care of things quickly enough to where we will still have some Nigella come into flower here soon. Also, I forgot to mention the calendula. We have our first calendula bloom here. This is the calendula zeolites. I'm not quite sure why I chose zeolites. As far as I can tell, the stem length isn't really that great for cut flowers, but I think I was just attracted to the pretty kind of bronze looking hue to the flowers with those really nice kind of dark centers. You can see there's a little bit of damage on those too, where the mold started to, get on those, and luckily things are under control now. I am so relieved. Admittedly, I've been putting off showing this to you guys because it has just been, I've been so pessimistic about it and feeling like a failure. And that's okay. Some things work, some things don't. Sometimes you fail. Unless you live in perfect land, which I know some people on YouTube do live in perfect land, but I don't live there. I don't know where perfect land is. But, sometimes things don't work out, and all we can do is just learn from it, try our best, try to do better next time, and hopefully things work out. Who knows? That's really about it for this video. I hope that it was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate when you guys watch these videos. And, I'm sorry about the commercials, but the thing is, I have to put the ads in here to keep making videos. I work 2 full-time jobs, and this is just some hobby that I do. I don't do this full-time. And, it really does help to get, a few dollars from making videos, and everything I make usually goes directly back into the garden anyway. So I really do appreciate you for understanding that. Anyway, if you're new, be sure to hit subscribe if you like to grow, cut flowers and vegetables and all kinds of things. We would love to have you. Sometimes I do DIY projects. It could be random, so if you like a little bit of surprise, you might like that too. Be sure to share this with your friends, all that good stuff. Hit the little bell icon. Get notifications if you want. Follow me on Instagram at Freshcutky. It's more of the same stuff, really. Lots of flowers. Sometimes my cat, just depends. Also, if you want to borrow soap, head over to my website and borrow soap if you want. No pressure, no big deal. Just throwing that out there in case you wanted to. I hope that you guys are having an amazing day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.